Hello everyone, my name is impeccable and welcome back to a brand new live stream. The question is, why on earth am I building a dam? Well, essentially, I'm trying to work on my biggest ever rocket fuel facility over in this far coast. The problem is though, I need to try and transport all the resources over from the Dune Desert towards that particular location. I could just build a regular wall over there, but I've decided, you know what, no. I don't just want to build a regular wall at the very start of the rocket fuel facility. I've decided to build a dam, and make it look like a dam, and maybe function like a dam as well. I don't know, it depends on what we get done today. Regardless, I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to Vinod, welcome to Dickery, welcome to Death. Hope that you guys are doing good today. And yeah, hopefully today should be a really fun stream. The reason as to why I've chosen to start today's stream though at the hub is because I have been rather busy. I know, what a surprise. I think I've played the game for about 3 hours so far off camera today. So, that's always exciting. Right before another 3-hour live stream to play Satisfactory for like 3 hours, but it's been a quiet day, luckily, so I've been able to. The reason as to why I've been busy though, wrong button, is because of this. I have made a good, like, 1,000+ SAM fluctuators. And I'm hoping I can probably try to afford a couple upgrades over here in the MAM. Double checking that. I should have some... Oh. Apparently I was scanning hard drives. Cool. All I need is on me now is some Mercer spheres, which I should have 46 of. Brilliant. So let's see how many upgrades I can try and get now in our alien technology tree. I can also look to unlocking the power augmenter. Luckily, unlocking it is fairly simple. I've got tens of thousands of computers, over 1,200 SAM fluctuators, but the problem is, to actually make the augmenter, I need 10 Sonos Loop. I think I have 0 currently available, so there's just no point in me doing that. I think what I want to try and actually go for here is potentially upgrade speed, which is you, isn't it? It's going to work. There we go. Upload speed. The reason why I want to try and increase that is because I need SAM to get uploaded as quickly as possible to my dimensional depot. I don't mind how many stacks it is. Actually, I kind of do as well. Can I go for a second? We just about can, but
dimensional upload speed increased. The dimensional shift now no longer cares how complex the components of the original part are, and will save each part as a single collection of particles that can be instanced easily.
Grow shift the body chord flow cycle song of the 5
I'll let you finish, Ada.
I'm working on it, but are you saying there is another layer? Is it a sensor limitation?
Deepen.
Helpful.
Brilliant there, little back and forwards there with Ada, talking to Ada about Ada stuff. Some fluctuators are, yeah, they are a bit of a pain, but luckily I went AFK, went for a walk and came back and it was done. Is that cheating? Let me know in the comments down below, I'll make sure to ignore it. No, I don't really think it's cheating, but I still was playing the game, I was just handcrafting it. I could go for a 6.25% upload speed boost, or I might be able to afford 2 of these. I'd much rather have 2 than 1. 2 hands are greater than 1. I won't be able to afford either of these 2 now.
Increased to 300%.
I feel like that's kind of fine.
New understanding
yeah, so 23, 46
allows
more.
the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
Look at that speed, wow. Look how quickly that's going up. That was worth it, I think.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
Thanks, Ada. So now let's head over to the dam. I do want to try and get some concrete on us first,
Dimensional
though.
expansion
More concrete.
increased to 400%. Parts can now be stored as elementary particles in a hyperdense deconfined state. Normally I'd explain the basic science, but I don't think this one can be simplified enough for you to understand.
Thanks, Ada. Might take some silica with me as well, actually. I always forget silica.
I understand. Seeing the pioneer perform tasks also amuses me.
The voices. The voices, Mason. What do they mean? Rather than the numbers, it's the voices. Oh, that was close. So, let me give you guys like a very brief rundown of the idea of what I want to try and do. So firstly, the level in which we are building this, I think is fine. I could build it higher though, because the thing is, if I do build it higher, You know what it would be? A dam. The problem with... I know, crazy, right? The problem with me building it here is that it's not actually a dam, because it's not holding any water. Like, we're building it next to where this is, but that isn't the purpose of a dam. It's supposed to be built higher up, just like where we had it last time. But the good thing is, we're going into our project today already having the blueprint essentially completely finished and the design in mind. All I've got to try and do now is try and match this part, the little green foundation there, which is our centerpiece, all the way up to the top there. I then want to increase the height of this again, to being somewhere, again, above there, preferably, would be quite nice. So I'm honestly rather fine with doing that. It might take an extra, like, 20 minutes worth of work, but that 20 minutes will save us massively in the future. And it also means I can do some rather interesting decorations today as well. So let's get that sorted. I don't think it'll take too long. We'll have a little bit of fun. We'll laugh about it. We'll cry about it. We'll complain about it. We'll then do some more crying about it. And there you go. That'll be the stream. Are you guys excited? I know I've really sold that one, haven't I? I mean, if that hasn't sold you, I don't know what will. Right, so the exact height, I'm unsure with. What I do know is, though, is that it has to be... Yeah, okay, that's... Wait. There we go. Has to be somewhere along here, I believe. If I was to build it at this height, there would be pretty good. There might not necessarily be. If I was to try and push it back here a little bit, like exactly where it is now, that could be fine. And sort of end the dam project somewhere... Oof. Okay, it does have to go back here a little bit. If I bring it back by around... Let's go 3... Yeah. This rock might end up being in the way though, which I don't really want. So can I build it higher than that rock? Yeah, why not? So how tall is this going to be in total? Probably rather tall, right? Dams don't have windows? Oh, it's fine. It's a viewing deck. Like, this actual part of the dam was supposed to be the viewing sort of area. Everything below that won't necessarily be a window. Yeah, that could work. In fact, there's no reason why I can't incorporate that into the build. I suppose it'd be off-center though, because again, bear in mind, the center is here, along with this green foundation. So I want it to try and be as close to the center as possible. If I was to move it back to over there, maybe build it higher a little bit more, it should be alright. Let's try that, because it realistically, well, I say realistically, it has to be taller than this particular area over here. Because I'm going to be placing down foundations and probably signs to make it look like water, essentially. There's a lot of work that's going to go into this project, a lot. I just hope it's going to be worth it. Alright, so yeah, again, if I build the road on this particular level, how would that end up looking? If I build you out to, let's say, there... and build you to there, then everything else is going to be down. Yeah, okay. Let's try it. So, what's the actual blueprint for this? I think it's just dam top, isn't it? The damn top. Anyway. Oh. So, yes, you're then going to have to come out to around about there. You... only going to be about one foundation in there, which isn't necessarily great. If I was to bring this up by like an extra foundation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll then completely remove this rock from our problems list, of which the list is continuously growing. But I can most certainly try and bring that back now, which means I can have you fitting in along there rather nicely. Then I can have you coming into the rock here as well, which I think will eliminate a few of our problems. Let's see, well, that would be a good location. Because the good thing is, right, after I get the location actually sorted, the rest of it's going to be really simple to do. It's just this, like, initial part that's quite difficult. I think that will end up being fine. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I'm guessing. And if I was to place one more of you, you know, you got to go back by about 2 more foundations. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't fly any higher there. If you were to come back by 2 more foundations though, where would this green foundation end up being? Are we still in line with it? No. So that would now be somewhere here, which means that you will no longer be the center. I can't really move you too far back. Okay, I think what I'll do then is actually move you forwards, and plop something at the end over here, like some sort of tower. I'll then do the same thing over here as well. So we'll make the ends of the dam look a little bit different to everything else, which should be alright. Make a blueprint that looks like a turbine using fans and beam connectors. Into the whole. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, I'm trying to build an artificial lake. Like, that's the plan. Like a little island, maybe some turbines, as you say. Like, there will be a use of this area. It won't just be here for the sake of there being a random building here. What's the comparison? A white elephant? Is that what it's called? I don't want this to be a white elephant project. Which is essentially, like, something that serves no purpose. So I do want to try and get about 10 of these. I can afford it. I might have to eat into my dimensional depot a little bit. But honestly, I feel like that's completely fine. Let's very quickly go into our organization. Just plop down a few of these personal storage boxes. Just like so. I would then like to get rid of everything down here. Again, the idea is right. Everything we built down here is correct. I'm just moving up a little bit. Oh, we got more stuff. Of course, we got more stuff. I've got to watch out for my fuel. I forgot to get more of it. Okay. I'll get rid of all of this. Yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat today? Whether you guys are watching live or if you're watching on the VOD, I hope that you guys have had a nice day so far. If not, I hope that it gets better. 50 out of 50. Don't fall down the cliff. We've got more items here. Well, yeah, but not a lot, luckily. Let's try and fly back up now. Or preferably ramp our way to the top. We don't have to use all of our fuel. I know I've got enough fuel now for quite literally a year worth of flying. But it's still good to preserve some of it. Yeah, we should have plenty of resources here to be able to build everything. Day so far has been good, I think. Yeah, it hasn't been bad. Thank you for asking. There we go. We should be able to afford everything else now. Ow. That really hurt. 1 health bar, that's critical damage right there. I don't know if we can go on. Might have to end the stream. Takes 1 health bar worth of damage, and no, that's it. Oh, that's another blueprint in there. Rid of that. Can I just about select all of those storage containers? I can, lovely. And get rid of you there as well. I don't think we've left anything behind on that side. That was completely intentional, by the way. Okay, now I've got to try and select. Can I be a bit naughty here? No, okay. A wall. Try and see how far we can come here. That we're still centered with this. Also, it's a good way of seeing how high we're actually building here. So that's 20 foundations. 30. 40. I don't know if it's more than 40 foundations, but I guess we're about to find out. Maybe it is. Yep, damage can kill. I mean, that's the equivalent of saying everyone who's... or anyone who's ever eaten an apple has died in history. Which is a true fact. That's why I don't eat fruits and vegetables now, of course. I have to. Always good to have a balanced diet. Okay, I do want to try and move that up to here, probably. Yeah, that's 40. 50. So we're building this about 45, maybe 46 foundations above sea level. Which is actually quite high. That is a relatively tall dam, but it's a dam though, so it's fine. Is it going to be realistic? No. I don't want this to be realistic. I want it to be fun. How do we know if it's going to be fun? Well, I don't know. Yes. That to me does look pretty good. So let's plop you down right in the middle. Oh, we've used up all of our fuel. That was actually a pretty lucky guess then, because I would have fallen to my death otherwise. Obviously, I knew that was going to happen. I was just testing you guys to see if you guys knew that was going to happen. I know I could build a ramp, I'm just lazy. There we go. Lovely, so we now know that this is the center, so this has to move a little bit, so that's completely fine. Let's go... Remove that. Am I happy with its positioning? I suppose yes. Yeah, I don't mind it. In all honesty, I do not mind it. Because we can have certain areas, like, sticking out. This is far easier to do in creative, by the way, but obviously I'm not in creative. This is my official playthrough world, so I'm not going to be activating my creative mode or, like, God mode stuff. So here we can build out by 3. And still have some room left on the side. Okay. Why they keep the doctors away? Exactly. I think that apples actually have a bit of a conspiracy theory to overthrow our race. The human race. All gone because of apples. I know it's a very good theory. I know. Try and get some of this stuff over here if I can. Might as well get some of this. I'm going to need it. Hey, thank you very much, Death, for the Twitch follow. That's very kind, man. Thank you. Okie dokies. So, again, we were able to go out by 3 there over on that side. 1. Only about 2 on this side. To be reached the rock. So again, this is the middle one. 1. Actually, technically it is 2, but it's 3 in total. Okay. So this is now exactly even. What I want to try and do now is design a blueprint. I know, everyone, I'm designing a blueprint. I mean, I haven't done this since, what, yesterday? But essentially, I want to try and make something here at the very end, which incorporates this into some sort of tower-looking shape with an outpost in it as well. How much room have I got to work with? 1... Okay, a 2x2. That will look fine over there. And probably a 2x2 is fine over here as well. Yeah, apples do kill. Absolutely. Every single person in the history of humanity that has eaten an apple has died. Every single one. How can they be good for you? That's definitely me being, like, completely serious, by the way, not making some sort of joke. No. Have I got the resources that I need? I shouldn't need reanimated Sam or Mercer spheres, but what I will do, though, is grab a few of you lots and actually upload it to my depot. That does upload really quickly now. Wow. A couple more in there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And get rid of you there. Okay. So, first things first, let's place down our Mark II Blueprint Designer. I'm very glad I managed to get this unlocked. I love this thing. Blueprint Designer is an update 5, I think it was a fantastic feature, but now Mark II and Mark III Blueprint Designers are absolutely fantastic. So, the tower design that we're going to be going for is hopefully going to be relatively simple to design. What it's going to be is this. It's a 4x4 grid. Basically, that's it. Although, do I want to elevate you? Because you'll be going... I suppose I do, yes. We'll bring you up then by quite a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be fine for now. And where do I want you to actually be? Because the exact middle here is this point. So you've got to move quite far in this direction. Quite far in this direction. Is that the middle? Be behind me in theory, so there. That looks good. Brilliant. What material have I used for up here? Right, I've only used regular concrete. I don't see a reason if I've got plastic on me at least. I should have it in my depot, but it's good to have it on me as well. Okay, I've got 500 of it. I want to try and convert all of this into coated concrete. I think it'll just end up looking a bit nicer. Potentially. Well, I mean, it looks a bit more moist. I know everyone doesn't like the word moist, but that's what it is. There we go. Was it update 7? Oh, right. 500 blueprints for one save. Am I cooked? No, that's fine. No, that's completely fine. Yeah. That's alright. Yes, yes you are. I mean, oh, that was the wrong place. 500 is a lot, but if the game allows you to make 500s, guess what? It's intended for you to make 500. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so that's now in place. The next thing I do want to try and do is, again, go onto my wall here for a quick minute. Up to here. I think I want to try and make this blueprint the same sort of design as this. That's not the exact same, though. There will be a slight difference, I think. I think what I want... I keep saying I think, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of placing things down. And that's the best way to play Satisfactory. I've talked about it before, especially whenever I do, like, creative projects. The best way to play this game isn't necessarily by following a tutorial. It's by making mistakes. Because how are you going to get better if you just don't, like, make mistakes and try new things? Short answer is, you're not. So whenever it comes to projects like this, like, for example, I didn't have to build a dam, but now I am. It could be good, it could be bad, I don't know yet. But if I never tried, I'd never know. And when it comes to you, I think I'm going to come down here by... Well, I can come down by 3. The game allows it, so let's do that. Over here as well. And I think I want to try and leave a 2 gap. No, that's not a 2 gap. And 1 over here as well. So I can't do that now. Right. This essentially is going to be the design. Change the color of these. That's... Nope. Built a turbine for your idea that I said in a previous message, and it works. You put 2 large fans in the middle with the small frame pillars, and a beam connected around it with some power outlets. Yeah, it's an idea that I might try. No reason why not. Are you put in the right location? Yeah, you are. Okay, good. I was unsure. Zip you down there. More of you. If this actually ends up looking quite nice, it will be nice. Well, obviously it will be nice, but we'll have to wait and see. As of right now, it doesn't look nice. That's why I'm a bit concerned. I suppose when it comes to the other blueprints... and that sticks out here as well. So I'm probably going to end up bringing a lot of this out a little bit. Jutting it out, then jutting it back in again. That could be a possibility. Going with some sort of like dark grey, black and orange theme as well could be quite nice. Anything else I want to try and add? Honestly, what I'm actually going to try and do here is stick with this theme that I've got, but instead get rid of everything here, then replace it with a wall. That way you haven't got like these weird patterns. I can rotate things around here and there if I really wanted to. And it's turning night already. To be fair, we lasted 25 minutes. That's pretty good going for us. Literally, damn. Yeah. Unintentional puns are always my favourite. Then I'll end up painting you like that. Now we're just left with a very basic wall. I both love and hate basic walls. I love it because it's essentially like the gateway to creativity. But I hate it because it shows my lack of creativity. A half nudge in that direction. Then what we'll do again is find the middle spot, which I believe is you. Half nudge you out there. Pop you down over there. Same thing with you. Then what I want to try and do is head over to organization. Get a couple of these signs. There is going to be a gap though. Do I want a gap? Unsure if I'm honest. We'll see. We'll keep it like that for now. Because the truth is, the design that I make for this is going to be the same design that I stick with throughout the rest of this damn project. So it's quite an important task, if I'm honest. No. Come on, I know it wants to go into the corner, thank you. That's not as bad, I don't think. That's tolerable. If I get rid of the light there as well, have some sort of light going down like that. Yeah, it could be alright, actually. I do have to try and change this around, which is fine. I've already got a colour ready. Orange, that doesn't matter what that one is. Get rid of the text. Layouts, text only. Glossy, 3, copy, paste. It's so simple to do now, it's actually fantastic. It is unreal how easy it is. And there you go, that's our first light. If I was to half nudge you there... Although, do you actually have a center point? No, you actually don't. That's not that bad, to be honest. All I have to do is just get a thicker one, potentially. Oh. Okay. A couple plain walls and a roof here and there, especially in big projects, because it gives you a breather for all the crazy designs. Yeah. Sometimes it can be quite nice. Like this, there's nothing wrong with this design. The way it is right now, there's nothing actually, like, inherently wrong with it. So I could leave it the way it is. In fact, yeah, I might as well. Let's now start to work on, I suppose, this wall, which, by the way, is just a comparison between this wall right here, which I think looks alright. It's not going to get any awards for being the most beautiful wall, but it functions, at least. Compared to this. There's not much of a difference, but to me, there is a big difference. I much prefer this. I'm also thinking now, which is very dangerous for me to try and do. Would you look better with an indent? Like there. It's hardly even noticeable, but I still end up quite liking it. Higher up there as well. Want you to end here. Same with that, same with that. How do you look? It's not bad. If it has to go down further, it will go down as far as it needs to. It's very simple just to, you know, drag that down, and drag that down. Okay. fact, what did I call the other blueprints? Welcome, Maga. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome to the stream. Dam top 001. Top 001. Okay, that's correct. Nice. Color-wise, I believe I saved the color. I will use you. Yes, brilliant. The reason why I'm saving this for now is because I actually want to get rid of everything except for this wall right here. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to be using it quite a lot. So let me just try and save that. Because this will massively help us out with our other projects as well that I'm doing today. If there is anything that does save you time in this game, I recommend just doing it. Unless it looks hideous, then you've got to try and contemplate that. But otherwise, just, you know, if something's time-saving, do it. Saying that from the guy who doesn't follow my own advice, but if I was a smart man, I would follow my own advice. At the same time, though, like, my playstyle isn't necessarily an easy playstyle. It is difficult. It is, I suppose, unique, but in a bad way. Wait, how is it nighttime again? It was just nighttime 2 minutes ago. Okay, so now it's like the actual nighttime. Before it was just like pre-nighttime. Right? Well, I know what dusk is, but it wasn't dusk. There we go. Dam top 003. Now, preferably, I would like to add that to the top of here again. I don't think it will work, though, will it? Partially overlapping blueprint designer. In what? Oh. Right. That's fine. I can now load you back in. Where is it? Dam top 002. Brilliant. I could then... Oh, you stick out like that, you little... Nah. That's fine. I've got a solution to that. Look how easy this is going to be now. Wow. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be annoying, so I can't do it. Okay. Wait, load blueprints. 003. Get rid of that. No. Yep, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Then what we have to try and do is come back down over here. Nudge you up so that you're above the blueprints. Save you again. Load blueprint. Load 002. Have mercy on my soul. The view. Yeah, the view looks really nice. That's the reason why I've built some sort of like glass viewing panel. Because bear in mind, when you've got the factory out there as well, and you've got the rest of this area built up, you've got your plastic factory, the rubber factory, the petroleum coke factory, the humongous rocket fuel factory, making all the stuff. I think it's going to end up looking not completely terrible. If I'm being honest. And that's always a good thing. You know, you don't want it to look completely terrible. That's not my ambition for this project. That's better. Are you facing the right way? Boom. This is progression, viewers. This is progression. Granted, it's been 33 minutes and I haven't made a 4x4 blueprint yet, but... positivity. We are called the Positive Pickle for a reason. Just kidding, I don't think I've ever been called that in the history of this channel. Some items here are overlapping, which I don't necessarily like that much. There we go. That's good, and that's good. The only thing that I've got to try and work on now is this. No. Guys, I can't do that. Let's see. Make sure that you guys are all connected here as well. Optimize for compact cold plants. You're an early gamer explorer, and you end up with lots of power shards. Oh yeah, I'm the same as well. 2 to 5k megawatts of power in the early game. Nice. Yeah, I'm one of those players, especially when it comes to things like open world games. I would do every side quest before the main storyline, even though the main storyline gives you important devices or lore or whatever. I'm doing that right now in Horizon Zero Dawn. I've already played through the game about 7 times. I know the storyline, I know the side characters, I know the side quests, I've done every single one. I'm going through it again. But this time, I've progressed so far with the with the side story, that I've reached a level where the boss fights in the main campaign, I can probably defeat them within like a minute and a half, rather than like 5 or 6 minutes whilst consuming all my resources. But that's just my playstyle. Welcome, Green Monkey 0181. Is this... I don't know what that game is, man, I'm sorry. Do you mean Fortnite? Yeah. Welcome to the channel, man. It's good to have a new viewer on the stream. Okay, I've already got a wall there, that's nice. I can't place down the outpost tower on top of here because it's above the blueprint's limits. So what I'm going to try and do instead is plop this down the way it is. Cancel. No, don't cancel. Stairs. If in doubt, stare it out. No, stop. So you're then going to come up here again. We're then going to build a next floor. Why am I building this floor, you might be wondering? No idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm clicking stuff with my mouse and it's just happening. So we're going off of that, essentially. You're then going to be around this side, where I then want you to go down. Starting here. What you're about to see is professionalism at its finest. Boom. Pow. No, cancel. Cancel the pow. Boom. Ow. That right there is greatness. That right there is... Oh, that's shit. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. Welcome, Rob. Hope that you're well, man. Do you always have an end game with using your resources? Do you have a goal to produce a certain items? Well, the objective is to produce X amount of resources, of which I've already done all the maths for it. The only thing I've got to try and do now is just, like, do my workings out, essentially. Like, the maths part of this game is now finished. All I've got to do is just build what I've designed. Which I often find the most difficult part. I don't know what I'm doing. Send help! Oh, it'll be okay. If I do that there instead, which honestly might even end up looking a bit nicer, I can then get rid of you. Turn you into a concrete wall, because everything else is going to be very delicately detailed. There we go, lovely. I'm a competitive player, yeah. I play for the team TVP. Yep. We're a team that's very strong. We're made up of just one person. I'm the team leader and the team captain. And the team organizer. I'm also the best player on the team as well. And the worst player on the team. I'm a Division 2 player, so yeah. Oh well. And chuck you down the stairs there, lovely. Well, no. Not chuck it down the stairs. Chuck the wall in line with the stairs. Don't actually chuck the wall down the stairs. Because the wall won't really appreciate that. From what I've, you know, learned at least. And do this. Okay, what we saying? What we saying? Lovely. You know what I am? If you guys are aware of the music genius DJ Toenails, I'm essentially the Satisfactory variant of DJ Toenails. Rather than making music to die to, I do Satisfactory stuff. And get rid of that. I suppose I'm probably going to want a wall here now as well, aren't I? Yeah, DJ Toenails is popping off right now. I don't want a wall right there. Lovely. DJ Sigma, no. That's not me. Okay, here we go. See, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Look how beautiful this blueprint's about to look. You guys are about to be flabbergasted, discombobulated with emotions by the absolute beauty, the sheer beauty of this blueprint that we have. That's the wrong way. Of the sheer beauty that we have just produced. Here we go. Yeah. And nudge you along there. You lined up? Yes, you're lined up there. That's fantastic. Just bear in mind, we are going to have a tunnel here. So, it doesn't really matter what this particular part of it looks like, because there's going to be a tunnel. That goes to nowhere, but it's going to look quite nice. Let's plop you down here. Beautiful. Wow. Here it is. Okay, so I hate that. But no, sorry, positive. Okay. That's really cute. So we can then come up here. You're going to have to increase up to there. Make that a bit taller. Look at that for a view. Wow. Breathless. Absolutely breathless. Oh, no. How bad is it? I've broken the camera. That's how bad it is. Okay, so there's, right, okay, so, right, okay. So we've got a lot to take away from this, chat. We've got a lot to take away. Okay, we've got a lot to take away. So, let's start with the positives, of which there are many. First of all, this entrance, beautiful. Beautiful. I love the way that there's stairs. And there's stairs down here as well. Okay, there's... That's really good. Wow. Okay, so, this really is the blueprint of all time. What I want to try and do is most likely extend this wall up here instead of this beautiful feature centerpiece that we've got going on there. Same thing here as well. Increase that up to there. Increase the height. Build upon it. Honestly, that was a really good first attempt. I almost threw up 3 times, but you know what? Other than that, really good. That was really good, guys. Subscribe for more blueprints. Yeah. So what I want to try and do now, I suppose, is get rid of that and essentially see where this next blueprint's going to take us. Because you don't actually line up. You don't line up with that. Of course you don't. But you do line up with this. A billboard location. That's exactly what I was leaving that for. Yeah. See, look at that. And again, we actually add in the outpost tower, which is here. It's all about having a vision. Why are you so small? There we go. That's what I say to myself every morning. Oh well. Welcome, good being Yoshi. Hope that you're doing well. How many reinforced iron plates should you be able to make at the end game? It completely depends on how many items you want to make for the end game. Personally, I can try and get my working out up, but it's like a couple hundred I think I'm making per minute. But that's like end game though. Okay, let's... You know what? I think it has to be higher. That's another problem that we've now got. Like, it looks fine, but this has to be at least like double the height. It's a very good start though. Beautiful, I would say, in fact. So, oh, what was that sound? Give me a minute. Another update. Bro, how many updates is this blinking PC gonna do? Okay, yeah, but here are the amount of reinforced iron plates that we are going to be using. I believe it's... Yeah, it's in this one. Let's go over to our iron factory. Reinforced iron plates. So I'm making 501.8 per minute. Which won't be, like, too bad. It's going to require roughly 90 assemblers just to actually make the reinforced iron plate parts. That's not including the other recipes. And the actual recipe I've gone for here is this. Do I recommend it? It's entirely up to you. So I'm going with the stitched reinforced iron plate whilst using the iron wire. Which I know makes no sense. Like, why am I using one of the only copper recipes for reinforced iron plates and then turning that into iron? I believe it consumes a little bit extra iron, but it saves me in total on quite a lot of power, I think is the conclusion that we came to. Also, I am just making a massive iron factory, so I'm doing things a bit differently. But yep, there we go. That's the maths for that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to end up doing here is something. Don't know how. Right, let's see. If I get rid of this, just for now. I know it was beautiful, I know. Change you. Okay, that is not connecting automatically at all. Like so. Okay. So you're now going to be up there. I might have to then put this a bit further back to make it a 2x3. It's a bit of a different design than what I was originally attempting to go for. Did that work though? What about making constructors and assemblers? Yeah, you do have to make a lot of constructors. A lot, and a lot of smelters as well. And assemblers. So there's quite a lot of machines that you'd have to try and make. Yep. Okay, just sitting here for a quick second. If I was to place it over there, and line you up, which you're not going to do. Height-wise, is that fine now? I'm not too concerned about the look that's going to change. Height-wise, I'm now fine with that, yes. I'm now going to try and use you guys, though. Okay. And then do something regarding this. Of course, now it's not lined up, is it? This could be difficult. It doesn't seem like a difficult project, but everything in this game is a difficult project. Everything. Yeah, even like a 3x2, that it won't look nice. Unless we go 2 for the bottom part here, then 3 for the top. That could work. So how tall is this? 1. Get of everything down here, except for that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This should be rather interesting. We're going to have to remove the top bit here. And then try... Do we have to make this any larger? I don't know if we do. We might have to increase, like, the size of it. So let me just try and... Oh, I don't know. If I clear it for now. The problem is, though, if I try and place anything on top of this blueprint, it won't actually save it. Like, for example, that's now there. Oh, wait, no, it has. So now it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, which is kind of weird. Oh, well. Let's try and get our foundations in. I believe it's here. Cancel that. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. You're still getting ads. I've put it onto the lowest setting. Yeah, they're terrible. Like, the ads on I'm not sure if you guys have experienced this, but YouTube ads over the last few months especially are terrible. Like, for example, we have a multi-billion-dollar, or pound, pharmaceutical company here in the UK called Boots, and they make everything. They do, like, eye tests as well, I think, now. They do lots of things there, but they mostly just sell medicine. And they've got an ad out recently for a company called Air Up, which is like this breathable water bottle where you can put, like, scents and stuff in it. It's not my thing, but I know a lot of people that do use it and like it. Regardless, I digress. They use an AI voiceover for it. The ad's completely rushed. It's terrible. Again, multi-billion-pound company, and they can't produce a functional ad. I don't get it. They're not short on money. At all. I don't understand these things. I really just don't. But it's not just that though. Like, even like gaming ads are terrible. Like, I have seen some of the worst games in my life over the last couple of months just from the YouTube ads. When I say like bad games, I don't just mean like my taste in gaming isn't like their taste or things like that. I mean like it just is bad. Like, it doesn't look like the games look terrible. I think I need to try and push you back down so that the wall's in line with you. Okay. Really bad ads. There's a couple that are fine. But the majority of them, no. You gotta go over there. Right. Air up ads as well, yeah. I don't see the point in air up. I guess it's trying to appeal to the vape audience though, isn't it? I suppose it must be succeeding though, because they're doing well business-wise. Okay, you're in a pretty good location now. That seems better. You lined up? Doesn't look like it. Now you are. Okay, so that's the very first layer. You're now built on the correct sort of, like, you know, foundation, which is great. I might have to go up by a little bit more, though. That's fine. Although, very quickly, can I try and see this? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where our very first staircase is going to end up being. I suppose I am going to need one more of them along this side here as well. That's good. Is that lining up there? It seems like it is. I actually quite like this little door. Doesn't look too bad. I don't think. Because you're going to be where? I suppose I'll just save this for now, in fact. Oh, I've got to do the name again. Gosh darn it. So what was it called? Dam, in caps, top, 003-4. Okay. And change you as well to, this, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. So that's essentially the base of it done. Okay. Reusable bottle. I think the problem is, though, a lot of people who are, you know, grown up drinking things like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Fanta, or that do vape quite a lot, they don't like the taste of just pure water. Like, it doesn't taste of anything. People need a taste. So that's why products like Air Up do so well. Because people are looking for that taste, and they just so happen to have it. I believe that's why their, you know, marketing strategies are always so popular. Also, they have a lot of sponsorships as well. They get a lot of sponsors on YouTube. The bit that I'm trying to make now, essentially, is this. It's going to be a slight redesign. Why are there moths? I see moth flew into my face 3 times there in the space of about 4 seconds. I don't understand. I don't know. You're going to be there now. Suppose what I need to try and do is this. Organization. Is it? No. Foundations. I'll build you up like so. You're then going to go up to here. Which this floor is now what? That's how you know you've built a very good thing when you don't know what you've actually built. That's now up to here, I think. But I actually might want to go up by a bit. In fact, I've got an idea. Sound the alarms. I've got an idea. No, this should actually be, like, not completely terrible. Oh, I think I did it. My game's lagging so much, I don't really know what I've done. There we go. Okay. So now I can probably end up getting rid of that. You then come up to here. We've then got ourselves the floor. Could I suppose get rid of that there as well then? And maybe keep that there for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our door. There we go. So that will then bring us out to the top of here. If I then go up by another 4, so same layer as this, well, you're going to need something here to support you in the back. So what I could honestly do is this. Why not? Raid Shadow Legends. I remember that. Yeah, again, everyone was sponsored by that as well, weren't they? But I wasn't. I was actually offered. I declined. Because the thing is, I only take sponsorships that I feel like I'd actually, like, personally enjoy and what I'd recommend for my own audience. Even though my channel is relatively small, I have been reached out by a few different companies. Legally, I don't know how much I can say. But luckily, the majority of them have been game-related. But some of them haven't. And it's things that I just don't feel like, not just you guys won't enjoy, but also I won't enjoy and don't feel comfortable representing. Wait, there's still another floor, damn. Okay, so now that we're in here, we still got to go a bit higher though, don't we? Have some sort of balcony here, potentially. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know what I'm building. We are building the dam. I know that for a fact. I just don't know, like, how this is going to end up looking. That's all part of the fun, though, I think, honestly. If you go into, like, every single build knowing exactly what you're going to do, where it's going to go, how it's going to look, sure, you'd probably be in a pretty good place, but one could argue it might get a bit boring. And because of this definitely not terrible playstyle, we don't really run into that problem. No, I'm going to use this. There's a reason for that. No. Why do you never zoop? Does it reset the zoop every single time? Okay, it does. So whenever you place down a corner, it resets the zoop there. Right. That's then going to be there. And oh, how have I fallen down that gap? That's actually really incredible. I managed to achieve that. One last hurrah here to the roof. Oh, no. Is that correct? It is. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. So... No. This is where the roof has to be. This floor. Yep. Okay. Which means I suppose everything can somewhat stay, because I do actually want to try and get rid of some of this wall along the outside here. Start here. Go into there. This can be at the very top. Everything above here can go no matter what. That might be a bit too low. I think it might just about be okay. I mean, compare this to the very first blueprint, and I suppose it is progress. I just hope it's significant progress, because, I mean, that was bad. That was really bad. But to be fair, I've built some terrible blueprints in my time. It's not about the bad blueprints you make, it's about making a better one. Because it's very easy just to say, oh, that looks terrible, I'm not going to bother. Everyone can do that, everyone can say that. But it's about how can you recover from that terrible blueprint. Or that terrible factory, or the terrible logistics, or the spaghetti, you know, whatnot. Not just in this game, but in life as well. I want it to be a life lesson, because that's... You know, this channel is not about life lessons. It's about talking bollocks whilst playing Satisfactory. However... So get rid of that. I want these to stay, but just get lowered down a little bit. The actual positioning is fine. Okay, why are you so much lower? Yeah. I suppose we'll end up looking a bit like a castle roof. Which is definitely the design I was going for. Absolutely. Yep, a castle. I'd actually quite like to try and attempt to build a castle one day. Not today. Not today. Before anyone gets too concerned, yeah, there's no chance of us doing a castle today. I would start it today, finish it by Christmas, maybe, if I'm lucky. There we go. Oh yes, FR now stands for real. I don't know where it originated from. I don't necessarily know what it means. Like, in a sentence, one could use it like saying, I love the new meal deal from KFC. I haven't got one, but let's say they did. For real. I don't know what it means. Like, are you agreeing with yourself? This is something that I've noticed when I was with my Ghanaian friends. They agree with themselves after they say a sentence. It's like they'll be talking, let's say, about a TV show that they watched. I won't do the accent because I don't really fancy like getting cancelled today, but just pretend I'm doing a Ghanaian accent. They'll say something like, "Oh, I really enjoyed a new episode of the show." And they'll see like the themselves, like they are agreeing with themselves. I mean, that's cool. But I don't understand it. It's like me saying, this part of the dam's looking really good. Even though it's not. Oh dear. But I suppose it's a bit like that. I mean, I don't know. Now I want to try and get rid of this wall. This might be like a bad idea. I do love a bad idea. Okay, that was a terrible idea. Wow. Oh my. Wow. Dreadful. Let's keep going with it. I can't do it for this wall though, can I? Agreeing with your own opinion. I think it's supposed to, I don't know. I'm sure there's logic behind it. Maybe it's to do with the way that you start or finish a sentence, like trying to convince people of your arguments. You love concrete? I do. How could you tell? I thought I was keeping it a secret. Overlap it? That's fine. Right, here we go. No one laugh, no one laugh, no one laugh, please. It can't look any worse. I'm unsure about... Oh. Okay, no one laugh. But let's say, for example, you were trying to convince someone about a certain thing. But you kept on, like, saying, after the end of the sentence, like, it was really good. I could convince them. Maybe that's all it takes. How have I, like... I should just get, like, permanently banned from building anything in this game, honestly. It's a build to die to. There. Okay. Are you in the right place? You are. Are you in the right place? You are. So what I'm going to do very quickly is hop down to here. The Excel sheets. Nice. One of us. One of us. Oh dear. I'm missing quartz. Oh dearie me. That's fine. What I'm going to do is not turn around. Instead, we're going to come back up here. Clear this blueprint. This is how confident I am this build is going to look beautiful. As my game lags. That's how you know, again, it's a very good blueprint. The game itself is like, what on earth have you done? There we go. I'm going to look down and look away from the build. We're going to do a very big reveal in a couple of seconds. There's going to be applauses in the chat from how beautiful this is going to look. Is that in a good location? Okay, yes, it does line up. It does have to go down by a little bit more, but that's completely fine. Here's the big reveal in 3, 2, 1. It doesn't actually look bad. What? It doesn't look bad. I mean, it's not, like, it's not great. It's not great. And you can see it's floating, but other than the fact it's floating, it's better. Okay, yeah, wow, I'm genuinely surprised. It looks fine. Let's come to the top bit. Okay, we still haven't done the interior, but that's fine. It was a first sort of glance. There's no point in doing the interior than having to remove all of it again. I've finished doing the top there, that's completely fine. And then for the cherry on cheesecake. See, I've said cheesecake, I'm going to be hungry now for the rest of the stream. Yeah, it looks fine. Although now it looks weird with that up there. Okay. Could be a dumb idea. How many times have I said that so far today? This could be a dumb idea. At least twice. No, stop. Okay, I don't mind that. Yeah, it's alright. I don't want to add like anything else on top of it though, because that will just end up ruining it most likely. This is where I feel happy going up to. Except get rid of everything that I've just done. So if we go up to here. It's okay. It's okay. I think what I want to try and do now is go back to our starter factory, grab some resources, completely finish this design. And how tall is it, by the way? If it's more than 10, that's concerning. 11? No. I can go 10 tall. So what I'm thinking is, can I put all of this into one blueprint? Because that would actually be quite nice. Let's try that in just a little bit. Yeah, let's go get some more resources first. I know roughly how much this is going to cost. The reason why I'm going to be selecting, let's say, 20... I know it's quite a lot, but we are going to be needing an absolute ton more iron plates, a ton more quartz crystals, and of course, a lot more concrete. So let's go get those resources. Why is this floating here? Don't know. That's not my concern as of right now. Yes, it is actually. Wait. Leave you here. Yeah, I mean, what I just built there isn't complicated. Anyone can build what I've just made. Absolutely. Round solution, yeah. It was fine, I think. I am a bit concerned, though, about my quartz items, because I don't have a lot. I mean, this looks like a lot, but that's it. That's all I've got left in my playthrough. I'm not making any more at the minute. I can, but I'm just not in desperate need of it. Iron plates. We'll grab quite a lot of you. In fact, not from there. I'll grab it from somewhere else. Same with you, in fact. Get it from over here. So you're the rods. I don't think I need much of you. I am going to need, let's say, an entire container worth of that. That's more than enough. I'm going to go with that. We still need more? How? Oh, it's 13,000 to be fair. Okay, that's actually quite a lot. Am I using more than 1,000 concrete per blueprint? No, it's only... Oh, yeah, I'm making 20, not 10. I thought I was making 10. Okay. Or collecting 10. Great. The hardest resource to make in Satisfactory, by far, no questions asked, for me, is the ballistic warp drive. The ballistic warp drive is unreal. Welcome, Lone Girl. Hope that you're doing good as well. Welcome to this stream. Essentially, the ballistic warp drive is about 12 times the size of nuclear pasta. And it requires nuclear pasta. It also requires the most difficult item to craft before updates 1.0, plus some of the most difficult items to craft since updates 1.0. So within itself, it's by far, again, the most difficult item to make. It's insane. It is just nuts. But other than that, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, for me, nothing comes close. Is there anything below here? No, so you guys are actually fine. So let's try and find the center points, which is actually rather difficult to do now. No, it'll be easy. Positivity. There we go. So we'll chuck you down there. Then I have to select you. Using blueprint mode. I don't think it matters what way you face as long as you're facing somewhere. We'll go with that. Oh dear. Suppose if your chicken to finish baking. Ooh. How are you? Hungry now, so thank you for that. But yeah, no, I'm doing fine. Yeah, not bad. I'm just trying to think of like some design for this. There's some beam supports. Why are you rotating? Hello? Oh no, you're not rotating. You just look like you are. This could be interesting. Should I experiment with this a little bit? Not too much though, for the sake of time. I'm wary of it. No, okay, you're just not going to snap in the middle. Something else that I could have used was the small pillar frame. Oh, yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Half nudging isn't actually like nudging it in the right location. Bloody moth. Event just won't work there. No, it's too big. Good idea, but too big. No. I think it's fine. It looks a bit bland when there's nothing like breaking it in between. We'll see though, we'll see. That's fine where it is. That's supposed to be that. Let's focus a bit more on the interior. Do that up to there. Bring you down like this as well. Yes. No, not that one. This one, yes. That's fine. 40 times dark matter crystal, 5 singularity cells, which require more dark matter crystals, a nuclear capacitor. Yeah, it's just it's. And the superposition oscillator. It's a lot. It is a lot. Yes. So this is the actual first floor then? No, so that is this level. Okay. I see. And you're the continuation of it. Select you. Oh dear. So you're now going to be what we call a scallywag. That's fine. And this is the floor that I wanted to sort of like rip everything out, but because the stairs are there, I can't necessarily do that. Fortunate. And you're the very final stairs. So then lead us up to here. Where I think I said I wanted to go up by 2, but I can't actually do that. So we'll settle with 1. And do this up here as well. I think we are now done for this blueprint. I don't know if there's much else I want to try and add. It gets to a stage where, and I have talked about this before, sometimes more is less and less is more. You don't want to add too many things to a certain blueprint, and then suddenly it looks a bit too clustered or it just looks a bit crap. You don't want it to end up like that. I've made that mistake before, trust me, a lot of times. That's why I don't really want to make it again. The very final thing that I'm going to do up here, at least, is that. This. And potentially, just potentially. Okay, this wasn't actually one that I was supposed to select, but how would you look? Do it in all the corners. That look okay? I think it looks a bit out of place if I'm honest, so we'll get rid of it. That's the reason why I experiment with these things. The one I was supposed to actually select and didn't is this one, the beam support. You'll overlap there slightly, that's fine. You're missing a wall behind one of the signs on the walkway, believe by the stairs. Oh, well, this one. Is that the one that you mean? Everything here is fine. Unless you mean that. I mean, you can't really see behind that, so that should be okay. This. Because I'm supposed to be leaving that one there, because that's where the foundation's going to be, and I don't want it to Z-snap. That's why I've left that one like that. If that's the one that you're talking about. How would you look there with those beam supports? I don't think it would look great. No, it doesn't look great. I had a feeling that's why I stopped like a third of the way through. That's alright. So I suppose, yeah, I just want to leave this like that. Right. And again, the outpost tower can then go on top of this. Is there anything else I want to try and add? I mean, how much can I add is the next question. What if I was to remove everything on top of here? It would look nice from that sort of point of view. Yeah, I don't actually mind that. I don't hate it. for me is good enough. Let's save that. Double 02. And then what was the thing we put at the end? Dam 002. And what? Is it dam wall? No. No, don't press that. Dam top. Dam top. Like that. Oh, it keeps deselect. There we go. Nice. It's not noticeable? Okay, so it should be alright then. I knew that was going to happen. There is also another dismantle crate, which is somewhere over there. I still haven't been able to actually find it yet. It must be somewhere. It's clearly lurking. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if I went up there by 2 concrete pillars, but 1 should get the job done. Oh, I didn't save... Okay, wait. Pizza incoming. Wow. I'm jealous. Starving as well. I'm always hungry. I am always hungry. Blueprints facing this way. Brilliant. Then most likely gonna have to lower you down. Where is the middle for this? No. Half nudge? Sure. Okay. Is this where I want it to be? No. Is that where I want it to be? Yep. Then select this. And again, we'll double check how it looks. We know that from this side it's going to look fine. Okay. And from far back? Yeah, from far back it's alright. The problem is though, you won't be able to see it on this side. So what I'll most likely have to end up doing then... is adding this multiple times. Chats. I've got an idea. So, the middle one. You. I want you to stay the same. But the problem is, if I was to add this blueprint over there, this wall sort of covers it. I don't want to have to move everything forwards. So what I'm going to do is keep this blueprint the way it is. Then add this blueprint that I just placed down right next to this blueprint. And one more on that side there as well. Yo, thank you very much to Akihiro for the sub over on YouTube. Thank you very much, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. And I hope that you enjoy your stay, man. Let's see if this is going to work out. I'm going to have to store everything here as well, aren't I? You're in a risky position. This is good though, we've got tons of resources over here. So in that regard, I suppose we're off to a pretty good start. One more? Yep. Do not fear at change. For the change is good. And the fear is feck. I forgot about this. That's fine, I can just add that manually. For the change is good. And here's the plan, right? I promise you this... wrong blueprints. This will actually be rather simple. And that is a guaranteed Valhallan promise. Which means absolutely nothing, by the way. There. Again, rather than going down, these ones are just going to cut straight across. We have to rework the interior here a little bit. How many times am I going to be placing this particular blueprint down, I wonder? The question is, if I'm doing it quite a lot, I might as well do it in the blueprint designer. You know what? Screw it. This is for the greater good of humanity. I'm doing this for you guys. That is right. That is right. Generosity of the highest order. Is it because I'm really lazy? No. Yeah. But it's not about how lazy one is. It's about one lazy. How is one? If that isn't the truth, I don't know what is. So I'll end up doing something like this, bringing you down like so. Keeping you like that, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, how deep is this? Are you 8? See, I was about to make a joke there, but it would have been a really bad joke, so I didn't bother making it. Again, just sacrificing terrible humor for you guys. It's alright. No, trust me, it was bad. So get rid of them 3 and them 3. There. What I can then do is chuck you down here. And again, get rid of this. Yeah, you can go. What alternate recipe is the worst of them all, do you think? Well, the thing is, like, in this game, there aren't that many terrible recipes. It just depends on your playstyle. Like, what resource are you trying to save? What resource do you not mind using? If I did have to choose, I'd probably end up saying Encase Industrial Beam. There's no points. You consume more... Why are you not straight? More machines, more resources, more power, takes up more room. There's no reason to make it. Even if you don't commit with iron pipe, that's fine. It just isn't a good recipe. But it's not terrible, like, you can use it if you don't mind consuming more resources. But if you want to save resources, just don't bother. Simply put. As I said before, though, I don't think there's too many terrible recipes, in all honesty. They're just there. They exist in our world. I'm going to lower you down by 1. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. Elegant. Polymer resin one. Yeah, like... Unless you're in desperate need of polymer resin, which I can't remember the last time I was, to be honest. Nope. I can actually nudge you in there by half. Good on this side. Oh, fantastic on that side. There we go. Same thing here. Why the heck not? Regarding this floor, what can I realistically do? Because I can't get up here. Unless I add a ladder. Where would the ladder go? Here. Oh, look at that. Will this actually fit? Oh, come on. You're telling me that's not destiny. Oh. Whoops. That was a dangerous and not really worth it jump. Oh well. All part of the plan. Okay. You, again, undecided. I am going to have to remove this, though. Although, do what? Oh, yeah, if the ladder's going to go there, then I do. Unless the ladder goes here, then I don't. I could then actually make use of this roof. Am I ever going to use the roof? No, not really. Now what can I do about this? Not much, if I'm honest. I mean, there is. I just don't know if I've got the strength to do it. So, half foundation to there. More half foundation to here, except we go back by one. The exact same thing over here. Then select U. One. There. As long as the Pioneer hasn't eaten too much for breakfast, they should be able to fit through that. Is it a tight squeeze? Yeah. Do I care? No. It's about keeping the Pioneer in shape. Okay. So that side's fine, but now we encounter the same problem. This wall up here. You know what? No. Stop. I just don't want it there. You can then just go up to the very top from here. You go. And this. Nighttime again. Again, it might not seem like you've made much progress even. But we have. All about perspective. As long as you make the blueprints, all you gotta do is just like plop the blueprints down. Do a quick prayer to make sure everything's fine, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. Or your aunt. I don't know how Bob swings, so I won't assume Bob. Bob's existing, regardless. I do want to try and move you out the way. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I can see it. I can't really place that there, though. I mean, it's facing backwards, so maybe I can, honestly. Alex, fine. So you'll then continue up to here. Then you guys into asphalt. The reason why I'm using asphalt is because the lines don't necessarily show, like, they are in the way. You can't see it as bad. So I quite like using them. Even though it's asphalt, it's not really intended to be used that way. And cover you guys off. No, cover off. Cover off. Bloody... Thank you. It's lucky that I didn't lose my temper there. I can't see anything. All I see is white lines. I don't know how well it shows on stream. But this looks like something from the Matrix. It looks so weird. Anyway. Back to the job at hand. And chuck that there. That there, that there. I can now go from point A to point B relatively easily. It's quite nice. Apparently. Sorry. Great. So I'll save this as dam top 2.5. Because it's the exact same blueprints, just slightly different. Same, but different. The white lines are annoying, but they do look quite nice when you're not trying to build on top of them. Everything has its beauty. In the dark. There. You're the right level. You're... not? No, you are the right level. Okay. So that's this part now finished. Yay. But I'm afraid the fun has only just begun. Because now what I've got to try and do is build one more over here, then the corner again. Let's see. You'll be dam 001. There you are. Is this the right level? Yeah. Although you are facing around the wrong way, you absolute... Meh. Here. That's looking jolly good. That's looking jolly good. Although, oh wait, no, half nudge. There we go. Did that half nudge? Apparently there's where I need to build it. Really? Oh, it is, yeah. Right. Okay. So we get that into there. Then our corner one, but that isn't going to be wide enough now. Building a pipeline has gotten easier with the connected blueprints. Oh. Thank you. From the sounds of it, I helped you out there. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just being useless. I don't know. Has anyone hopped on Satisfactory, played for hours without realizing, and then missed something important? Yeah. I might have. Maybe. Absolutely. I think what I'll do is actually add in the corner here. Yep, we'll go with that. Which is now going to be... you. And just like that, I believe we've got all of our blueprints for this top part at least sorted. Bear in mind, this is only the beginning. It's not the end. Nor is it the beginning of the end. But it's the end of the beginning. I don't know what impression that was supposed to be. There we go. You guys heard it anyway. You're blessed with the sound of my impressions. I've been told by a very good source that my impressions are only the second worst impressions you've ever heard. Great. You're the exact middle, aren't you? So just going to repeat everything that we did on the other side. Which starts with you. It starts with one thing. And I'm sorry. This song is stuck in my head today. Honestly, like, it doesn't even matter how hard I try. Just keep that in mind when I design these blueprints. Sorry, I'll actually stop. But I feel like we are getting, like, coming along here. I am concerned about the next part of this project. I want to, like, indent it, then outdent it, then indent it, then outdent it. Outdent? And expand? There's a word. Of... outdent. That's actually a real word? Sorry, I'm not going to apologize for anything ever again. I was going to say jut out, because jut is a real word. But apparently, outdent is a real word. See? Top quality Englishness on this channel. Top quality. So I want you to come down to here. Right? Yes. There. Almost doesn't seem right, but I know for a fact it is. Not. It is not. I knew it. It did look wrong there. There we go. Inverted, yeah. Oh. Okay, so we've got that in place now. It's great. We're then gonna have... what's this blueprints? It's correct. Have you line up with this, which I believe it now does. Okay, yeah, I can see that blue line there, which means that we are indeed correct for the first time in recorded video gaming history. You're correct. Okay, and the last thing that we're going to try and do now is select 2. Make sure that the arrow is pointing towards us there. Doesn't have to line up exactly right now. There we go. A bit closer. Brilliant. And height-wise, I believe we're looking at this. Now let's go in and add in all of our outposts. But as you can see, there's now a little gap. So what I'm going to do is get these little small concrete pillars and then just like build them into the land like so. We'll then do the same on the other side, which should end up looking, honestly, not bad, I don't think. Maybe. I sound so confident. I know, it's like, it's unreal. Let's see, organization. Rotate you around. Where is the ladder? There, so why is it not rotating round? Hello? Oh, now it is. Okay, it's just... Okay. It's being weird. I do need a wall there, though. Other than that, any other dramas? No. So even though it is a bit lower than what it should be, I actually don't necessarily mind that. Move you back a little bit. Again, any dramas here along the back wall? No. Don't worry too much about the damage that we're taking, it's hardly anything. Where's the ladder? The ladder's there. Oh dear, gosh. Oh no, stop. There. Very good. Are you appearing through the floor? No. Wow. Now with you, your ladder's over in this direction. Which is kind of annoying. I can still build it here, like it won't look like a massive difference if I'm honest. Make sure that you're lined up dead center with this. Push you back there. The last one is over here. Up by half a nudge. Back there by a good bit. Right, let's see what we've built. Oh dear. I might as well get rid of the blueprint designer than move that behind us anyway. That's fine. It's like a really big part of the build, isn't it? Because after we've got this part here done, I suppose the rest of it isn't, well, it's not going to be easy, but it won't be as difficult. And it has taken us like a good hour and 40 minutes. But, it looks alright. It looks fine for what it is. It doesn't look like a dam for now. I have got a plan to change that. So what I want to try and do is have these end ones come down as far as they can physically go. Whereas with these two, I'm undecided. Oh. Getting PC problems. Give me a second. There we go. Because one of the apps that I use has suddenly just stopped working properly. There we go. It's okay, it looks fine. After we extend it down, it should end up looking rather decent. We have, again, got gaps along the side. That's fine. Okay, let's start working on the rest now. And I'm undecided if I want to use blueprints yet, because how wide are you? You guys are 1, 2, oh, you're 5, so I can use blueprints then. 5, 5, 5, just copy and paste the same blueprint over. It's your PCC. PCC. Pressure conversion cubes. I've done that before. I'll definitely be doing it in this playthrough, absolutely. I've most likely made a video about it as well. If you type something like best recipe for pressure conversion cubes, it might come up. I am making one for fused modular frames. That's something I'm going to be planning over the next few days. Yeah. Okay. So let's first of all increase you guys heights and pick you up whilst we're here, I suppose. I have got a blueprint for this, and it does fit like a glove. So you can only come down by around this much. Okay, I'm not going to waste an entire blueprint for this. I'm going to hand do this. There we go. One more. Internet's bugging? Oh dear. Maybe it's the YouTube gods being like, stop watching this. Stop. It will hurt your eyes. My favorite factory I've ever made. None of them. No, I don't know. Favorite factory I've ever made. I really enjoyed where my aluminium factory was going in my last playthrough. It was logistically the most complex thing I'd ever made. The rocket fuel factory, I suppose, was good as well, but I had overcomplicated it for myself. The reason being, is I, at that time, hadn't made a video about the best rocket fuel recipe. So I assumed the recipe I was using was completely fine. However, I then did some research, and I later found out that the recipe I was using, in comparison, was actually really bad. What I should have been using. So my best recipe series actually managed to help me out as well quite a lot. Oh, you were literally there, you little... Yeah. Please. Also, for anyone who plays first-person shooter games in the chat, I don't think there's going to be many. Regardless, Delta Force has released on console. I'm downloading it. I'm gonna try it tonight. I don't think I'll stream it. Unless if I really enjoy it, I might do one stream. But that's unlikely, if I'm completely honest. From what I've seen, I've only heard bad things about it. I still want to give it a go. Like, just because someone says something doesn't mean it's the truth. It's their truth a lot of the time. The problem is, there's a big difference between someone the truth. So, I'll give it a go, see what it's like. It's okay, yeah, I've heard it's fine. Like, it's what people play between Battlefield games. It's not remarkable from the comments I've heard. Thank you very much, Ilobmert. That's very kind of you, man. And thank you again for tuning in. It's, again, extremely kind of you to watch these streams. Okay. Let's try this. How many resources do I need? Also, take from the depot beforehand. Welcome, Sinister Plank. Hope that you're doing well. You've just missed us defeating the Ender Dragon. But don't worry. We're back to damn stuff. We're missing concrete. What? No way. Wow, everybody. This is my honest reaction. Let me try and find it. Me when I realize I'm out of concrete. What? No way. Ah. No concrete. What? I've only used 30,000 of it today. I've got like 5-dimensional depots as well that's supposed to be helping out with this. Clearly that doesn't seem to be working. There we go. Oh, we've got one back. Okay, I'm going to be here for a year otherwise. Looks really nice. It's coming together. I think it's got the foundations to be good. That's the most important thing. Well, I say foundations, we've started at the top, but you get what I mean. Like, it can be a good build. I'm just going to try and get the next couple stages right, and I think we've got ourselves potentially something that's pretty good looking. The problem's now going to be this. I was going to try and jut it inwards, but I don't think I can. Unless what I'll do is something like this. And this isn't going to be final, so don't get your pitchforks out just yet. If I can select the right blueprints, that will, well, item, that will massively help. You. So if I bring you out by 5, but then bring you in by that same amount there, that'll then give this blueprint a, well, an interesting look. Because preferably I want it all to do that, but I can't because of this. So we'll do that up until around, well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I never do. Never have. That's the best way to play this game. Go in blind. Have a bit of fun. Cry a little bit. It's okay. Have a few breakdowns. That's fine as well. It would be weird if you didn't. Can I just get rid of everything that I'm not using? Great. So, first of all, definitely get that. I will forget otherwise. Get that there as well. And you. That is all I'm going to need. Great. Definitely that, and that, and that. Nope. Oh. I'll take that, why not? Okay, have we got any more quartz? How am I out of... Really? 0? Not 1? Right, let's just place down as many of them as we can and see where we go from there. Too early game? That's fair enough. That's the best part of Satisfactory, in my opinion. Just early game. Because you know what you're doing, especially when you played the game before. It's not too overcomplicated. Okay, I'm going to bring it down to somewhere here. I don't think we are going to come down this far. But for now, that's okay. Let's go back up. Why is it lagging? What unbelievable sin did I commit for my game to start lagging? There we go. That was close. I was reading chat then, almost went over the edge. The Dune Desert, yeah, the Dune Desert is just beautiful. Whenever someone mentions the Dune Desert, I smile a little bit. It means I'm not the only one that enjoys that biome. There we go. And now with you lots, I'll bring you down. So I can afford 10 more, well, now 9 more of these blueprints. It might actually be okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go down to that wall there, essentially. Bad. We have to get rid of this. Because you now no longer serve a purpose that I needed you to serve. Okay, I can't, but that's fine. So now I suppose... Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is all of our resources that I'm getting from this part of the factory are going to come out from here instead. And travel along a conveyor belt highway. So this is it. This is the very beginning of the conveyor belt highway. We found it. This level right here. Nowhere before, nowhere after. Brilliant. Okay. Now what? Can I actually afford one of these? Dumb question, probably not. I can? What? Wow. This is the cheaper one. I can't. Gosh. That's fine. Unless I can. Because I don't actually need all of this, do I? How far away am I from actually getting this? I can afford it now? Wow. Absolute scenes. Your cinema. I want you to start right in the middle. You're already lined up rather nicely. Am I gonna go with this location? I believe so. Although I did say that was going to jut in, didn't I? We'll see. Everything underneath this is now going to change, I think. Not like dramatically, it will be fairly similar. But change it will. Change for the better, it must. You actually go to late game? Yeah, exactly. Like you don't have to rush it now. See how it goes, have a little bit of fun, and most importantly, I know it sounds obvious, but enjoy it. If you feel like it's stressful, take a break. That's what I do. That's the reason why I only stream about 2.5 hours a day. Like, maximum 3 hours. Because if I stream for longer than that, I might not enjoy it as much the next day. That's my reasoning behind it. You don't know where you are on your playthrough. If you've just unlocked iron plates, you're basically at the end game. Like, you've basically finished the game. Iron plates, concrete. If you've got to concrete, you're done. You're finished. You don't need anything else. As you can see, I don't use any concrete there. So that's how it's looking for now. I don't hate it. Yes. You're now going to continue going forwards, but I need something underneath here. I can't just continue this pattern because of this rock getting in the way. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's really annoying. Like, if it was out by like an extra foundation, I could just go with that. No. I think what I do want to try and do now is design everything below here, because the things above here I can just do in a couple blueprints and it's not really a massive drama. Everything below here, though, I'm unsure of. As of right now. In fact, can I afford? I doubt it. I can? Okay. You. That fit nicely. I think it does. Are there any problems with these blueprints? Because that was supposed to be my stream today, wasn't it? No, the rocket fuel and then the... About. Highway, but yeah. I don't think there's any actual problems now with this blueprints. From what I remember. Okay, it's missing a few lights. On that side. This side, it's completely fine. Can I afford the lights? It looks like we can. So let's go with that then, shall we? Let's stick with it. Let's fix these lights. I'll do the majority of the fixing off camera though. You can just come straight down. That's fine. Can I go up by a bit more? No, it should be alright. Luckily, this is really simple. There we go. That's the first one. One more. You're fine, right? Yeah, it's weird how I did them two, but didn't do these two. There's obviously a reason as to why I didn't commit with it. Wondering what it was. Also that... No, stop. Again, didn't do it on the other side. Sometimes when I talk and stream at the same time, I get a bit confused. Oh well. And you should be in the exact, like, dead center, right? Yes, you are. So you are in the middle. The final thing that I need for you then is this. No steel beams. I did not think I'd be running out of steel beams. Although I can probably afford them. Come back up over this direction. Okay, where you're on the game? Yeah, exactly. Just play the game. Like, if you're too far behind where someone else with the same amount of hours as you should be, like, don't worry about that. I never have. Never will. I don't mind. I understand, like, I'm not completely daft. I understand that I am far behind, but is it a race? Not necessarily. You can speedrun the game if you really wanted to, like, but that's just not my kind of thing. I can't really think of much worse than speedrunning Satisfactory. Like, that's not fun at all to me. But for some people, it's why they play the game. So it really just depends on the person as well and the player. I could probably move all of these into like a couple storage containers, can't I? I can't imagine we've got that much stuff left anymore. Stop. There we go. Maybe not there. In fact, let me try and sort everything. Get a bit of order over here. I probably need that. Ah, well, I don't really need it. But, oh well. You can go. Come with me. Come with me. And you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Okay, what don't I need? I don't need that. Okay, wait. Yep, so let's plop down our Mark II blueprint designer. Right over here. Wherever it actually is, there. I seem to be gaining concrete very slowly now. I'm guessing the reserves that we put in our other containers have now fully run out. We've depleted, and that's okay. Shouldn't need any more of that, although if I was to upload you... 0 out of 800. Okay, that's a bit of a concern. Welcome, Snapdragon. Hope that you're well. Welcome back. Move you to there, because you'll be done rather quickly, then move you to here instantly. Just like that, we've made room now for this. Why is that by itself? No idea. Oh. Got enough. Oh yeah, of course we do. Yeah, I'm uploading it to the depot as we speak. Brilliant. There we go. So let's try and get some more resources. Everything preferably on the right is what I need, but I also want to try and record something here for YouTube very quickly. Oh no, that can stay. This has to go. There we go. Some time has passed and a lot has happened. Firstly, I've moved the location of the dam a bit further up again, since I feel like it works a little bit better over here. And it doesn't look complete right now, and that's because it's not. We've still got a lot more work left to do. This side doesn't look much better, especially with the little Z snapping not conveyor belts, crosswalks as well, but that's fine, that will be okay for now. I will fix that. The next part that I'm now going to try and do is this area right here. Essentially, it's only going to take a couple of blueprints and it shouldn't really be that bad. Autosave again. I've got to cancel the clip whenever you see an autosave, which makes recording really annoying. Oh well. Only when I'm doing the cinematic shots, because it just takes away from the actual shot itself. There's two main parts that I now want to try and tackle for this particular dam part itself. The first of which is everything above our conveyor belt highway. The second part is then everything below it, which should be far easier. All I'm going to do is make a couple of blueprints and see how they work. If they're great, then, well, great. If not, then we'll make the improvements where necessary. Last bit. And yes, we've finally been able to get our conveyor belt highway placed down, and honestly, I think it does look quite nice. It is rather highly elevated, but we have ramps in this game for a reason, so I'll most certainly be using a few of those ramps as time goes on. Regardless, for now, I would consider this a nice success. Because the thing is, right, for the video, it would have only been like a 3 or 4 second cut, but for us, it's been over 2 hours. So I do have to keep on, like, recording things here and there. Which is fine. Concrete. Firstly, I'm going to get a pretty good amount of concrete from here. I know that doesn't look like a lot, that's because for right now it's not. I might even get some more. Yeah, because how are you doing? Oh, you've still got tons, okay. Well, not tons, but a decent amount. I want to completely fill all of these up, actually. Yep. Go with that there, go with that there, and then do the exact same for the next two. That'll be fine. Too much concrete. It's just too much. Yeah. Behind the scenes stuff, yeah. Because the clips that I'm recording now, I believe, are for episodes 11. But episode 9 isn't even out yet. So you guys are seeing, like, really far into the future. That's the thing with watching these streams, like, you guys get, like, a lot of behind the scenes sort of stuff. I did originally say that I didn't actually want to do many streams for this playthrough. But the problem is, if it takes me 3 weeks to record a single video, like, I'm not going to get anything done. So I do have to make some compromises here and there. Okay, one more. This is quite a lot of concrete, to be fair, but I've got nothing better to be doing with it, so, oh well. 30 minutes per second at the minute, yes. Like, think about it, right? We're on hour 300. If I go into load game, if it works, thank you. We're 330 hours in. This will be very easy maths. I've recorded 10 episodes. That's roughly 33 hours of in-game time spent per episode I release. But for the first 5 episodes, I was only spending about 3 or 4 hours in-game. Because, like, think about episode 1. I was making iron rods, iron plates, and I think that was about it. Nice. But for these recent episodes, I'm building entire factories, which take a lot of time to do. I can't just snap my fingers and get it done, unfortunately. Even if I could, I probably still wouldn't, though. I enjoy the grind. As long as it's not like an unnecessary grind. Oh dear. That's fine. I'll take the normal route. Yep, technically it's 5-dimensional depots. We've got one over there, and we've got 4 here as well. So it's 5-dimensional depots for concrete, and we're still losing tons of concrete. Damn. That's better. How is the upload speed looking now? Holy moly. Still not enough, but it's good enough. For sure. Man. Yep, quartz crystals is now our next biggest concern. I've used thousands so far on this project, when realistically I didn't want to use hardly any. Oh well, iron plates as well is a bit of a problem. Why have I got so many iron plates? Okay. Oh yeah, no, don't take it from there, take it from over here, yes. So how are you doing? Because we have used a fair bit. Not bad. I think, you know what, I'll probably leave you the way you are, then the remainder I can then get from inside of here. Concrete, of course, we're going to need quite a lot of. Take that, and the rest just make it iron plates. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the streams actually show what I do. As you say, the videos aren't quite like that. There's lots of cutting required, because, I mean, if I was to combine all my streams that I do for one particular video, the videos would be about 15 hours long. Or longer. Because again, we've calculated it's roughly 33 hours worth of I haven't got any fuel.
Are you functional, Pioneer? Good. Back to work then.
I would rather not talk about the scenes that we've witnessed. Thank you. Anyway, like I forgot even what I was saying. Oh yeah, it's about 33 hours per episode. 15 streams, that includes the AFK times, and the work that I do off camera as well. This looks really cool from approaching, by the way, damn. 0 days without incident? Okay, the thing, well, yes, but that wasn't an incident, that was an experiment. I was just seeing, like, if my character was to fly into a rock, what would actually happen. So, I was experimenting for the greater good of the player base. So, if anything, you guys are welcome for that. I know. My generosity, my death is your reward. There you go. Anyway, let's zoop you out. There. Lovely. So you're going to come down to a roundabout here. This also means that we are going to need... No, we are going to need... Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I have heard that I sound a little bit like Beyonce. By the way, nice song. I think it's true. I can hear it in the voice. Then you're gonna go here. Okay, you're actually one over. Professional Minecraft. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. I am actually a professional Minecraft player. So you're gonna go here now. What I then like to try and do, again, is keep it nice and simple. We're not going to go overboard here with this design. Tune back in 5 minutes when I build the Burj Khalifa. No, it's going to be that bad. So where is this massive blinking rock that's in our way? Here. And you occupy that. But not necessarily. No, it does occupy that as well. Gosh darn it. Give me a fiddle and plays me a song. This is absolutely ridiculous. If I was to try and rotate you, if I was to try and rotate, hello? Oh my god. I'm gonna have a breakdown. I can feel the breakdown. You. But the thing is, that doesn't actually look too bad. I was going to try and hide it, but now I want to try and show it. Which is... Okay, I've got an idea. What if I was to get rid of you through, and build that on that side there as well, and have a wall here along the back, which would be black, just completely just... No, well, dark grey. Nothing too hard to type. That, wow. Wow. Imagine, because I was experimenting what it would be like to fall head first. I see how it is. Then zoop you up to there. No. Nice. And same thing here as well. This is what I call progression. And look at all we've achieved in the last 2 hours. We've made an outpost tower. Yeah. In 2 hours we've done. How do I get anything accomplished? We were just talking about how it takes like 33 hours to make a video. I can see why now. I don't do anything. There we go. And get rid of that. That. We have made some walls. We have. Absolutely. Some of the best walls in the world. So I'll chuck you down to here. Same with that. And again, you're going to get painted grey there. Same with this. This is going to be a fairly... Well, I say grey, it's actually black. This is going to be a fairly basic blueprint. I think I said the exact same thing for this, and again, that took 2 hours. Find our own progression? Absolutely, yeah. You don't have to work to, like, a certain time frame. Unless you're, like, forcing yourself to, which is fine. Some people enjoy that. Personally, I prefer the, easy approach. Let's see. So this is how it's going to look for now. I want it to be darker. I want everything to be dark except for this wall here. Have some lights as well. It's going to be rather similar, you know what, to the last thing that I made that I didn't turn into a blueprint. Gosh darn it, that would have actually massively helped. Here's the plan, my gamers. We're going to do this. That. This. And that. I know, fantastic stuff. Really riveting stuff today. We're then going to go on to... No, probably organization for now. Large billboard. Yes, that's the perfect size. Although, is it? Yeah. Okay, I've decided that I'm going to make a very small change here. Because this is like the very top blueprint, what I actually want it to do is come across the entire way. Like that. But then, here's the plot twist. Here's the I am your father plot twist of the playthrough. Bam. No one expects that because I just made it up. It then indents itself. Wow. Breathtaking. Speaking about I am your father. Okay, bit of a weird segue. I recently purchased some Lego heads. So I'm actually, well, I'm not making Darth Vader, I'm making, oh, what's his name? It sounds like, Jebel's Fat something. Who's that character in Star Wars, like the bounty hunter, like Jebel Fat. Jebby Fat. Jebel. No, I don't think he was, Jebel. Something fatty. Fett. Well, I've got the name. Star Wars. No, that's not the bloody name of it. What's it called, man? Jango Fett. So I'm building them at the moment. I was going to say, I don't know if it's a him. We're building it at the moment. That's fine. As you can tell, I watch Star Wars a lot. I know exactly what's happening. There we go. Are you going to overlap yourself? Wow, that's annoying, but it actually kind of works, so I'm going to leave it. The same thing then on this side. But we're not done there. Oh no. Absolutely not. That isn't lined up properly. Yeah, Django's the father, yes. I believe it was Attack of the Clones he was featured in. Well, I know it is because it's it was on the box. So I think that's not done. I do want to try and add in a bit of extra oomph to this. By oomph, I mean just don't make it look crap. Which, I mean, easier said than done. That's too far. Further. Right. But you might actually have to get moved forward a little bit here, because the thing I was actually going to be placing down was this. There, perfect. No, you're still pretty good, actually. Very good, in fact, for what we need. That's then going to get replicated over on this side here as well. The second catch of the catch being, I want this wall to remain here, but I probably want these two to go, and we're going to have a path, these two, going down the middle here. So do this, because I love... Wait, no, that's such a waste of concrete. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. If it's not necessary, I'm not going to orchestrate its problems. I'm not going to be the conductor of unnecessary symphonies. An orchestra of pain. Chorus of misery. Verse of hopelessness. Okay, I think you guys get the gist. So, right, yeah. You're then gonna do something. That's... Yeah. You're gonna do something. You're gonna come across over there. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Why is it so dark? Why is everything so dark in this game? And then I suppose you're just going to end here, aren't you? Because you can't go anywhere else. Oh, because that's where the wall's going to be. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm going to bring you up to around about there. chuck you here. The most important thing that I can do now, though, is definitely make sure that I've got this center door here. Otherwise, when you're looking at this from a different angle, you can see straight through. I don't really want that to happen. I like this, though. Although you're actually going to be one higher, aren't you? It is relatively tall. I'm not upset about that, though. I'm not discombobulated. Let's take a step back and analyze the progress which I've done. Right, it's as bad as I thought it would look. I mean, it's as fantastic as I thought it would look. Let's continue with the angled stuff. Yeah. Right to the very top. That's 8 for you. It was 8 for all of them, right? 8 and left no crumbs. Sorry. That should be alright. What's we building this for? Essentially, here's the long story short. I am building a rocket fuel facility over here. And a lot of my resources will be coming from over in this direction, from the very north of the Dune Deserts and the north of the Spire Coast as well, down here. I want to try and make some sort of man-made lake over here with a dam, and my items will be coming underneath the dam. The reason why I'm building this door is because it's essentially going to be the gateway from this area up here, which I might use for something else in the future, I'm undecided, but from our area up here to our rocket fuel facility. So essentially, there's no reason why we're doing this other than for a bit of creativity and hopefully to connect two biomes together. And it's the very start of our rocket fuel facility as well, in a way, sort of. Kind of. Yes. I'll do you guys here as well. Lovely. Sinking concrete, these are lies. These are false accusations. I mean, you're completely right, but I mean, no, you're completely wrong. This is not... No, this is productive. This is productivity at its finest. If I was to paint you lot now... Wow, that looks... shite. And we do this. And that. That. Okay. I'm not necessarily hating this project. Which for me is actually, like, that's a compliment and a half right there. It's like Gordon Ramsay saying that you know how to cook a good steak. I've actually never made a steak before. I would try, but I don't fancy, like, burning down my house. Although I can make a very good sandwich. I make the best sandwich in this room right now. I'm the only person in this room right now, but, you know. Sure. Brilliant, so that's now done. How does that look? It's a little addition, but yeah, it works. Okay. Very good. The final thing to do now for this... Where the... what? Why are you going in that direction? What the heck are you snapped to? What? What is this tomfoolery? I don't consent with that. I don't know what just happened. Also, I'm almost entirely out of steel beams. Did I collect none? I think I've got some built up over here. I'll just store it up. Why is there a gap? There's always something that I just forget, isn't there? Always something. Modern art. Yes, it's a modern art installation. Absolutely. Your game crashed. Oh, no. My game has been crashing a fair bit recently. I don't know if it's because I'm doing stupid builds like this. Or what else. But yes, I've also experienced a fair few crashes over recent days. What am I going to do regarding this? Because I don't like the way this looks. If I was to build you up here, I might regret this. Let's try. Object limits. Oh no. Don't overcook it. That's some good advice. Damn. Middle. 001. That's right, everyone. We have moved from the top to the middle. This is progress. Select colour. Damn. I love this little colour, by the way. It's beautiful. It's a nice red sort of look. Rather than our usual blue sort of look. Right, you lot can all go now. Because we've made additions. Oh wait, there's a massive rock in the way, I forgot. So our additions might actually be hindrances now. That's it. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? No, this should look fine. Yeah. Okay, firstly, the two at the very end have to go. Already with the complaints, but oh well. I forgot to get rid of the arm, so I think it's in the right position though, so let's plop it down. And let's see how it looks. And that rock being in the way there is so annoying. Get rid of that. And that. Terrible. Like, genuinely terrible. So what's the problems that we can take away? Well. Doesn't look as bad now. That actually looks really good. That looks completely fine, actually, yeah. Okay. We'll keep that. What I've got to try and do now is essentially go back to that blueprint, but remove this top part. Yep. 2.1 million. Yeah, there is a way that you can adjust it, though. Yeah. So it's not all bad news. It's just mostly bad news. It's a bit like being told that the entire class passed the test except for one student, then you end up being that one student. Yep, story of my life. Oh well. Like, it's good news. But not really. Right. The very first thing I'm going to try and do now is remove that. And that. No. Okay. That's good. 002. Kin broke the object limit. Is that construction? What's he building this time? Like a one-to-one replica of Dubai or something? That could be a really... No. I was going to say that could be a really fun challenge. In what world is that going to be a fun challenge? What planet? So you're going to come down to there. Congratulations, I have now done you. That's... No. Congratulations, I have now finished you. There you go. No, that sounds even worse. I've defeated you. Except again, for this blinking... Bloody... That's in the way, it's so annoying. Luckily, we keep our calm, we don't overreact. Wait, why are you there? Oh, I selected the wrong blueprints. Although that doesn't look... No. Wait, what blueprint did I select? That's the right one, so why does it look so weird? Oh, right, I've still got that there. Right, yeah, that's alright. Cyberpunk, ooh. That does sound good. Yeah, he's very talented. Like, if you guys actually want to watch a talented content creator, then Construction's where to go. Not here. This is just like, oh, a little bit of talent, an ounce of talent, mixed with overcomplicated situations, which I really enjoy getting myself into. I'm so good at promoting my own channel. I basically said, like, it's just bad content, really. I'll have a laugh, but yeah. Like that, do that. 80% of every resource in the game, damn. How many playthroughs has Kibitz done now? That one. He must have done a fair few. I've watched all of them except for the most recent one, because like the thing is, in the recent one I've started playing a lot of Satisfactory myself, and because of that it means that I just stopped watching as much Satisfactory. But no, again, he's very talented. The good thing about this community is that everyone is talented in their own way. Like again, Kibitz is great for large scale sort of projects. Construction's fantastic for doing like really in-depth detailed projects. You have people like what Darren plays who does lots of really good logistical stuff. You've got Total Eclipse as well, fantastic for logistical work and nitty-gritty projects, I like to call them. And then you've got me, who's fantastic at things like who's really good at things that involve who exists, who's breathing. So you know, it's bag. Good bag. Right, now I need one more of these lot. Missing copper sheets. That was an object I wasn't expecting to use up today. Damn. Copper sheets coming in with like my mental KO. Really knocking me out with depression. 20% worse? Absolutely. That's like my channel slogan, basically. You know what we are? We are like the middle aisle at Lidl. You don't know what you're actually gonna find on this channel. You can find anything. Good content, maybe. Good commentary. Velociraptors, you know, everything. Me forgetting where I've placed items. Hell yeah. Boink, right here. Perfect. See, just professional. I haven't got any storage crates around here, have I? I have. How have you? Doesn't matter. I won't question it. If I question it, it's just going to annoy me. Is that the right way? Well, that's the wrong way, so I assume that's the right way. Beautiful. Now, manually, what I'm going to end up doing now is just yeeting you straight down to here. And I suppose covering you off there as well. Since you don't need to repeat your pattern down there. You'll find the way you are. Okay, let's stop, pause, and collaborate. How bad, how good is this gonna look? It's not bad. I know it doesn't look like a dam. Yet. I've built a wall, really, haven't I? I built a wall. And guess who paid for it? It was me. You can't even see it because it's so dark. But regardless, I think where is the moon, by the way? There, okay, it's almost daytime. I'll wait for it to be dawn. I don't feel like this is actually that bad. We've got to work on the bit below. We'll do that tomorrow. We've then got to work on actually bringing all of our resources here. Again, that's another, like, outlandishly nightmarish process, but a fun one nevertheless. Modular factory builds. Oh, heck yes, they're lovely. One of my favorite things to do is modular factory builds. Just pre-make stuff, plop it down, then there you go. It's like a dam to you. Yeah, I mean, it's here. It functions. I'll try and just close off the walls there and towards the sides. The next stage is going to be quite difficult because, of course, a dam doesn't function without water. We haven't really got any water in this level, so I'm going to build my own. I'm essentially going to terraform. This might be a potentially bad idea. It's going to require lots of signs. So that sort of gives away it's going to be a bad idea. So in that case, I'm going to have to make quartz crystals. I won't have enough otherwise. So we've got to make quartz crystals. We've got to. That's going to be like the very first thing that I do, is make the quartz crystals. Because if I can get that squared away, it's going to provide me with a steady source of crystals throughout the rest of the next few streams and the next probably couple 100 hours, which we're going to end up needing. That's fine. Can I increase this to ultra graphics just for the outro? Will my PC explode? Maybe. Timberball. I've heard about that game. That's the one with the beavers, isn't it? And the dams. I have heard about that game. I think I saw Conflicts Nerd play it. A year ago now, I'd say. That didn't sound healthy. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's the very first time that I've attempted to build something like this in this part of the map. The bit below where our conveyor belt highway is, I think what we're going to end up doing is just stuff. Yeah, really helpful, I know. But yeah, we'll see what we're going to end up doing with that. The bit in the middle, I'm not going to leave like that. We are going to add something there in the middle. We are going to have like a relatively high sort of like, not door, entrance points for our roads and for our other items there as well. So that's definitely a possibility. I don't necessarily think we are going to be using our roads, but I still want this here anyway because it makes it look rather nice. And then what I also want to try and do, just thinking about this now as I was speaking a little bit, was rather than building this out to, let's say, around about here, then ramping it straight down, because I'm going to be building my rocket fuel on this sort of level, on the sea level. I might end up building another miniature, I promise, tower somewhere out here, where everything comes out to here, then just goes straight down. But then regarding our road, what can I do about that? I can do some sort of like U-turn area, potentially. We'll see. Will I design that tomorrow? I don't know, we've got so much to do tomorrow. There is a stream coming up over the next couple of days where I'm going to be doing a few more conveyor belt highway stuff. Tomorrow, I want to just completely finish our dam, get it out of the way with, because again, like, this is taking us at least 2 or 3 different streams to do, but it's going to be like a 2-minute segment in the video, and that's 6 hours for a 2-minute clip. I've got to try and, well, maybe even less than 2 minutes, I don't know yet. I need to try and like spend my time doing actual important things, but I can't help building things like this because I love it. I really do love it. Regardless, yeah, thank you to everyone that tuned in over on Twitch, over on YouTube. You guys are awesome, so thank you very much for that. Thank you for the 13 likes as well. That's again extremely kind, and I do greatly appreciate that. Regardless, have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, that's fine. Have an amazing rest of your day.